All right, welcome everybody. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that honestly separates the real pros from the amateurs: router firmware and maintenance. Think of it as the engine room of any network you build. Getting this right, it's not just a good idea. It's absolutely non-negotiable for a network that's both stable and secure. So let's get into it. Now, just so we're all on the same page, this is part 9 of our big 10-part series. It's all based on a super detailed report from the RFI detectives. And for this explainer, we are laser focused on chapter 9 of their guide. You know, the chapter that's all about keeping your hardware humming along perfectly. So, let me just ask you this straight up. You've built the network, the clients are all connected, everything seems to be working, but is the job really done? What the report really hammers home is that maintenance isn't some chore you do later. No, it's a core part of our professional responsibility to make sure that network stays secure and performs great long after we've packed up our tools. Okay, let's kick things off with the absolute bedrock of the device itself, the firmware. It's really easy to just dismiss it as software, but it's so much more fundamental than that. This is the embedded intelligence, the actual brain that makes all that hardware do its job. So yeah, firmware is that deep, low-level code that pulls all the strings. It isn't just running on the router. In a way, it is the router's brain. And here's the bottom line, the thing you gotta remember. The security, the stability, and the performance of your entire network is balanced on how well you manage this one single component. And that brings us to the big why, right? Why do we have to constantly poke and prod and update something that, from the outside, looks like it's working just fine? Well, the reasons are absolutely critical, and I'll tell you, ignoring them is probably one of the biggest gambles you can take out in the field. Let's just quickly run through these 5 big reasons. First, and this is huge, security patches. They literally close the back doors attackers use to build nasty botnets. Second, bug fixes. You know, the things that solve those annoying stability problems and random connection drops. Third, performance boosts. These can seriously optimize throughput and even range. Fourth, you get cool new features like support for the latest Wi-Fi standards. And last but not least, regulatory compliance, which just makes sure the device is operating legally as the rules of the road change. Every single one of these is a rock-solid reason to have an update plan. Okay, so I think we're all on board with why this is so important. Now let's shift gears to the how. This is where we build out a real professional playbook. These are the core procedures for doing proper maintenance that you can literally start using tomorrow. So you've got 2 main paths here: manual or automatic. And there's a real trade-off, right? Manual updates give you total control. That's a must-have for those mission-critical networks where you need to test and update in a lab before it ever touches a live system. On the other hand, automatic updates are all about convenience and making sure those urgent security patches get on there fast. That's probably fine for less critical setups. The real pro move here is knowing which strategy to pick based on what the network is actually doing. But hold on, before you even think about hitting that update button, we have to talk about your safety net, and that is the configuration backup. This isn't just a simple list of your settings. No. This is a complete snapshot file of everything you've painstakingly configured. SSIDs, tricky firewall rules, all your DHCP reservations. The whole shebang is in that one little file. And look, let me just read this directly from the source material, because it's that important. This is not a friendly suggestion. This is a professional mandate. Creating that backup before you make any big change, it is the single most important habit that separates a prepared technician from one who's about to have a really, really bad day. And here's how you make those backups actually count. First, store them somewhere else. I mean, a backup file on a router that just died is completely useless, right? Use a clear naming system so you're not guessing which file is the right one a month from now. Store them securely because they've got passwords and other sensitive info. And this is the one everybody forgets. Every so often, you have to test that you can actually restore from them. A backup that you can't restore isn't a backup. It's just a waste of space. Now look, even with the best plan in the world, sometimes things just go sideways. A power flicker during an update, a firmware release with a nasty bug. It happens. And that's exactly why you need to know your recovery options. And, more importantly, the critical difference between them. Think of it like this. A configuration restore is your surgical scalpel. You take that backup file we just talked about and boom, you're back to a perfect working state in just a few seconds. A factory reset? That's the sledgehammer. It wipes everything. You use it when you've lost a password or the device is a total brick, but you gotta be ready to rebuild the entire configuration from the ground up. Knowing which tool to grab is what saves the day. But we're not done yet. Maintenance isn't just a one-and-done thing you do when you're updating. Nope. True professional vigilance is this continuous process of keeping an eye on the health and the security of your network, day in and day out.
The system logs, they are your best friend here. They're like the network's diary. You gotta ask the right questions. Are you seeing a ton of repeated authentication failures? Could be a brute force attack. Are clients dropping off constantly? You might have an RF interference problem. Getting DHCP pool exhaustion warnings? Welp, the network's grown and you're out of IP addresses. Checking these logs lets you find trouble way before the client ever calls you.
So how do you make this all manageable? The source lays out a really simple, really effective schedule. Just put it in your calendar. Once a month, check for new firmware. Every quarter, review the config. Twice a year, double-check that your backups are good. And once a year, do a password review. This system turns maintenance from this reactive headache into a proactive, professional habit. So let's wrap all this up. The biggest takeaway from this chapter is really simple. Firmware updates and system maintenance, these aren't just items on some to-do list. They really represent a professional standard of care for every single network that you're responsible for. And that brings us to the final question, the one I want you to really think about. When it comes to your own work, is maintenance something you only do when something's on fire? Or have you built it into your process as a proactive, professional standard? Because the answer to that question really defines the quality and the security of every single network you touch.